Welcome to Mersolve. We're going to go over site restrictions. Let's go from the dashboard, go to Real Estate, then Settings. You'll see two levels of navigation here. These buttons here and then your tabs here. These buttons here represent your site restrictions. Okay? For city site restrictions, you'll see them here. You can take and move all these over that you want, and that will restrict your site to those cities only. Everything to the left, if everything is moved over to the left, that means your site will pretty much be open to all cities. Okay? That way you don't have to move everything over to the right, unless you want to order them. That's the only reason you really want to do that. Otherwise, if you want all cities to be available, you can just move them all to the left. We actually order them when we load them up. Okay, please note now, that means that your site is restricted to those cities. Okay, very specific. Those cities only. So that if you're missing a listing or you can't find a listing on your website, check your site settings, because if that listing is outside of the cities or the areas that you've selected, it will not show up unless you search by MLS number. And we can override that, but we'd prefer not to because it gets a little bit more confusing. But your featured properties, your office listings, things like that you're showing on your site, if they're outside of these listings, they will not show. Okay. There's also areas, your areas. On subdivisions, we do not recommend at all that you really restrict your site by subdivision in large boards, because there's just too many. Some boards can have up to 32,000 subdivisions because agents have the freedom to put in what subdivision names they want. They don't always spell them right. So there's a lot of them in some cases. Zip codes is another site restriction. You have classes you can actually restrict your site by, as well as status. Okay, if you have any questions, please give us a call. Thank you.